go to Chris Weeks with the Flying Dutchman, and Randy Overton getting second place. Making his way onto the track here, we've got Brad South from Palmerston with his truck he calls Under Pressure. Brad's been pulling for about 5 years now. He campaigns about 3 different trucks he has over the years. This is the one he puts most of his time and effort into right now. And he's our test puller here this afternoon. So if you've got any small children, you're going to want to cover your ears. And the track belongs to Brad South with Under Pressure. A real nice pull there for Brad South from Palmerston. He's done a fair bit of work with this truck in the off-season. He's trying to get him dialed in just right. And he was able to hook up to this nice play track here in Paris tonight with a nice pull of 281.23 feet. 281.23 feet for Brad South. And easiest way for me to tell who's driving tonight. They had to turn this one into a convertible for Tony to drive. Rolling Thunder's been around the pulling circuit quite a number of years, and it's been a very competitive truck. It's always exciting to watch. The Weavers, like many of the competitors here, they put their heart and soul into it and want to put on an awesome show for you guys. And this super modified 4x4 class takes no backseat to that. They make sure you guys see an awesome show. They come out here and they put everything they've got into it. The foot to the floor, nothing held back. And right now, the track belongs the Tony Weavers and Rolling Thunder. Give him a hand there, folks. A real great hook for Tony. We'll have to see what we had there for footage. I was just looking to see what, so as Tony came off the line there, something went flying out of his engine compartment. I just wanted to see where it went there. It landed right in front of the track officials, but the scraper guys already picked it up. Just wanted to see what it was. Just kind of watched for it to come out through. 281.79 feet, 281.79 feet. This is his main truck now. Did a lot of work on it in the off season. Had the engine apart. This will be the first run of the season for this truck here, folks. Keep your fingers crossed, and we have everything just put back together just right. He's got her all tightened up here. Waiting for the flags to go green. We've got the green flags.
Give him a hand there, folks. Graham will be real happy with that goal for the first hook of the season. Came up off the line, eased into the throttle. She locked up just right. And was able to take it down the track to about 264.27 feet. 264.27 feet for Graham Young from the Orient Express.
Last weekend he was down in the Brington, I think it was, and did a test hook down there for them. Just made sure all the cobwebs were out of the engine and out of the truck for the season. So we're getting them all hooked up here to the Humiliator. Get the chain all tightened up. And the track belongs to Jim Middleton and the Bud Bandit.
Give him a hand there, folks. A fantastic run for Jim. He came up off the line, got a little bit of a slip, a little bit of a hop, but got her dialed in and set in about that 150-foot mark and took her straight up the right-hand side of the track. For 295.15 feet. 295.15 feet for Jim Middleton. Currently
Matt's getting himself all hooked up to the sled here. Matt is the fellow that has brought this sled here to Ontario, as I mentioned here earlier. He runs a crane and boom service and bucket service out in Bothwell, Ontario. But right now, the track belongs to Matt. Something just wasn't quite working right there. It was pulling off. We'll get him unhooked. As he came off the line, he got pulled over that right-hand side of the track and pulled himself out of bounds. The track official's just going to have a quick word with him there. He had made an effort. Usually if they stop before the 100-foot mark, which he did, and then he started to go again, that they'll let him come back and pull again, but we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen, but I guess not. Something just doesn't quite seem to be right there, and he's going to get himself towed off the track. $107.17 feet, 107.17 feet for Matt Marsh. It just seemed to to feel like the right-hand side of his truck was pulling a little bit faster than the left-hand side, but we know that shouldn't be possible, but just the softness of the track drew the truck over to that right-hand side. And put on a co-sanctioned event. So 281 feet is what Brad went the first time down the track. So he'll have his sights set to see if he can beat that footage. Our current leader is Jim Middleton. I see Jim anxiously waiting down at the end of the track just to see what Brad will do. Give him a hand there, folks. Brad had a little bit of a rough start off the line there, got into a bit of a chatter right off, a little bit of a hard packed track down here, but he got her settled in about 100 feet, but he lost a lot of RPM in the process, so we'll have to see if he was able to get close to his 281 feet, but I have a feeling he's going to be a little bit shy, not by much, 280.32 feet. 280.32 feet for Brad Self.